Well, hey guys, it's Josh, Quick Speed Shop, and we're back working on the 80 Dodge truck today. Just had an order come in from Rock Auto. Let's bust it open and see what I got. I ordered some stuff. Master cylinder. Love Rock Auto because it all comes right to the house and you get to pick what it is. But I had a problem with this truck. The power brake booster is rotted out. And you can't get them for the... Oh, made in China. Are you serious? Come on. Dang it. Well, anyways. Notice this huge cast iron master cylinder. I ordered a new brake booster, and the half-ton and three-quarter-ton boosters, they don't make right now. But you can see, look at the bottom of this one. All rotted out, and I was probably pretty sure that it probably leaked, but they're not, this, you can't reman this because it's rotted out, but they're not making this right now. So I had to step up to a Dana 61-ton booster, and here's the aluminum master cylinder, and supposedly these are both 1.125" bore, but here's the huge cast iron master cylinder. Oh, the brake. Oops. Yeah, here we go. So I ordered this for like 81 or 2 or 3, something like that. Dodge, I think they're all the same. But this is the stock one. And in here in this box, this was $100, but I couldn't find one. What's this? Oh. Cap and rotor for my green truck. What do we got here? Cardone. This is a remanufactured unit. Remanufactured, but this is a booster for the Dana 60, like the 1-ton Dodge. So hopefully it'll work. I think it's going to be a little bit bigger. Oh, actually... Oh, it is. It's deeper. It's got a bigger diaphragm. But you can see it's pitted. They remanufactured it. So I probably could have got away with the using the stock master cylinder for the truck, but it's older. It's got some rust here. It had been sitting for a long time. So I went ahead and I ordered the master cylinder that matches up with this. So hopefully everything will bolt together, even though it looks about the same. This booster is deeper, though, so it's got more braking action, but I wanted to make sure I'd had the same rod and it'll bolt to the firewall. The only thing I see different, it's got a vacuum port with a couple extra inputs on it. Actually, yeah, they're plugged. But what does this say? Failure to replace the leaking master cylinder will void the booster warranty. Well, we're putting a brand new master on it. Attention, what's that say? Warranty voided if check valve is removed. We won't remove the check valve. I don't know if they clear coated this or what they did. I'm going to clean this up and paint it black. But that was the hack I had to do because parts are unavailable. I had to step up to the 4500 front axle, which is the Dana 60. So we'll try it. So I'm going to get those cleaned up with some lacquer thinner and stuff, clean all the oil off them, get them painted up black there, and then they should go right in the firewall here just like they were. Actually, I'll set you up and we'll slide the booster in there and just make sure it bolts in, but it should. Let's see, where does this... Got some wire. Let's unplug the wipers. I think they go up on top of here. Somehow I got under the speedometer cable. We'll just lay them out of the way for now, and whatever this is... Oh, this is a water temperature sensor wire, I think. Get it out from under the... Get it out from under the speedometer cable. There we go. We'll just lay that over there. Where's that booster? So this guy should fit right in here. That's got to be up. Oh yeah, boom, there we go. So that'll work, and it should hook up to the pedal just fine because this 1-ton Dodge with a 4-speed, it should be the same pedal assembly and everything. The master cylinder is just going to be a little bit larger here, but you know, it's the same. The fittings said they were the same. I got to make new brake lines anyways, but this said I think a 1/2 inch and a 5/8 or 9/16 fitting, which I have adapters to make work if I don't. And it's the inch and 1/8 bore, I think, which is the same as the bore for the 3/4 ton master cylinder. So it should have the same braking volume bore-wise. So everything should be the same, but we'll just have a bigger booster here. But that's what I had to do. But that'll work great. That'll bolt right on there. I'll get these painted black, and we'll hit the track. All right, I'm just over here doing a little I went with the Rust-Oleum hammered finish for the master cylinder just because it was available. I went for some black, satin black Rust-Oleum on the booster. Apparently I didn't get all the oil off it because I got fish eyes, but the secret to that is just let it dry a little bit and hit it like 18 more times with more coats and it's fine. But that's the firewall side. The rest of it looks pretty decent. These are rust pits from the remanufacturing because it was a little rusty, but that's painted up, so that'll look good there. I also painted up the drag link. This is a good deal. I bought this on eBay. It was new old stock from Mopar. Drag link from the steering box to the axle. I think that was like, I don't know, $48 or something. On Rock Auto, they're like, I think $150, $200 for one replacement one. But this is new old stock, right from Mopar. So that was awesome. But I got to run brake lines. There's a combination valve down here, a proportioning valve. I got to run up here to the master cylinder. I've got to run the brake lines from the front axle over to here. I've got some clips to go on. I've got new hoses, new calipers, new pads and stuff. The rotors are in decent shape, so I don't need to replace those. But I bought all this stuff last year working on the truck. I got new drums for the back and everything, all new shoes and all that stuff. So be good to go there. Can start putting the rest of the mechanicals together. I really want to get the front end started to put back on here as soon as I gotta try to get the core support sandblasted and painted, get the core support on, get the inner fenders fixed and painted, get them on, and then put the wiring harness. Oh, actually, I dug out the stock, the original LA 360 with a thermoquad right there, thermoquad. It ran good, but it's got a rod knock, so I guess that's not really running good. But it ran. It's only got 53,000 miles on it, but it needs to come apart and probably have the crank turned and have new rod bearings, main bearings put on it. But I keep that. But I need all the accessories here. This is the power steering pump. This is the hydraulic pump for the hydraulic Meyer snowplow. Got a smog pump here that I would like to eliminate, but if I could figure out some kind of idler, I would do that. Got the bigger alternator here, the heavier duty alternator for these trucks. The pulleys, I need all the pulleys in the front dress and all that. This will go right on the Magnum motor over there because I used LA accessories. And I don't know if I need anything else off the engine besides just this front stuff. We'll be good to go there. This goes on the front fender. This is the hydraulic reservoir for the plow system. So I'm getting ready to tear all that stuff off and put it on there before we put the sheet metal on. It'll be easier. I also need to put plug wires on here. I got new Bosch plugs in there. They're ready to run a replacement distributor. I got brand new plug wires to put on. Button that up too. I got to do some hole plugging here on the intake still. So I got a bunch of little tinkering stuff to do. But it's next night, by the way. Got the brake bleeder kit set up here for the master cylinder. I'm going to do that on the workbench. I just got the fittings and the hoses out and hung them here. But before I do all that and get it ready to get fluid in here, I got to put the brake lines and all that together and all the front end. So I got the tires tore off. I got the brackets for the calipers. I've got new hoses, pads, and calipers here that I bought on the Rock Auto last year. And it says these are coated. So let's take a peek. Oh no, they're taped. Dang it. Fail already. Hold on. Cardboard, what? Oh, aha. Oh, there's all kinds of clips and tricks and bolts. Nice. Oh, it comes with new washers too. Good. because I was missing a set with the hoses. So I got these new, they're either new or reman, I can't remember, does it say? Coated brake caliper. It's written in all kinds of different languages. Semi-loaded. I think they're new. Made in Mexico. So I'll take Mexico over China any day. So this must be the passenger side. So I got new coated calipers, got new pads, got the hardware kit. Man, it was a long time since I took this apart. Should be able to figure it out. Some kind of spring clip action. And first we're going to have to put the brackets on. And my friend Jordan powder coated my caliper brackets for me. That's awesome. And they should go like, bam, like that. I know I think the bolts had some Loctite on them, but I put anti-seize on them just because they go in there. Oh no, a little surface rust has reappeared. These things were super rotted. We blasted them and coated them almost 6 months ago or so. So it's good enough. I cleaned up the bolts. I'm going to have to touch up the paint. The bolt heads are bare metal right now, but that bracket goes like that. Boom. If I had a socket, I could tighten it up. Here you can see the spacer for the steering arm with the 4-inch rough country kit. Comes with a spacer. I did this last year when I did the video on the lift kit, but you can see that installed. I also installed the brake caliper hose, or the brake hose brackets to the top of the axle. Those are also blasted and powder coated. Ball joints seem tight in this axle, so I didn't change the ball joints. They've only got 54,000 miles on them, so I think they're okay, and the axle seems tight. Haven't changed the U-joints in the axle shafts either. They seem tight, so we'll run it like it is now, and if it needs parts down the road, we'll put parts in it down the road. But for now, she is good to go. Come down. Boom. Actually, it seems like I could put, you know what, we'll dial her up to 100. Yeah. Boom. There we go, 100 foot-pounds. That's good. Haven't done this before on one of these trucks, so I'm a little not exactly sure, but we'll figure her out. It's kind of, you know what, this inner pad can go. Boom. Let me get a little bit of, am I going to disc brake grease? Or I might have to use anti-seize or regular grease. I'm going to grease up. Being powder coated would be nice, but I'm going to put a little, see if I can find some disc brake grease. I don't have disc brake grease, but I've got this old school grease. Whatever this is, it's the film that lubricates. Number 130 AA. Works for me. Do it! Let's just put a little on here and see. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if it's the right stuff, but we're going to go with it. Boom. Perfect. Oh, easy now. Almost got the pad right in the grease. Just go ahead and... Oh, yeah, that's nice. That guy's greased right up. Somehow... This goes like this. Oh, okay. Something like that. Okay. Like that. What on earth do these guys do? Oh, no. I don't know where those go. These must clip in here somehow. Oh. It goes like that. Let me just run one of these bolts in here to hold it. I'm going to have to resort to going to the interwebs and see where these little rubber guys go. Okay, got it. I did more looking on the internet. And this is how it goes. And actually, I went and I found the clips I'd taken off the old brakes, and I'd set them aside, and I left them all bolted together. The anti-rattle clip bolts on here, and it captures in there, and then it grabs the inner pad and keeps it from rattling. And then this piece bolts on here. So now that I've just got it finger tight here, I got to tighten the bolts down, and it levers this spring clips down. And obviously this is loose because there's no brake fluid in it, but then I thoroughly greased everything good. Now it's really squeezing down there, and that should, oh yeah, locks that caliper right in there, but it can still slide, and she's greased up nice. Oh, I got a bad tie rod on this, right? So the next step would be to put the brake hose on, which I have a pair of new hoses, and they go on here, and then they go over to here, plug into here, and I guess they're that short. We'll go ahead and we'll get this side banjoed down first, and then I'll plug it in there and put the clip on it. The calipers came with new copper washers right there, so one goes on either side of the banjo fitting of the line, like that, boom. And then the hose just goes right on there. Like that, and then this plugs into here, kind of like that. I'll snug these down pretty good. There's little striations on the brake hose that bite into the copper line. Boom, got it. You saw the springiness of that brake pad. And I'll just plug the hose in right there. I've got a little brake clip somewhere, if I can find those. I know I bought some. Found them. They're in my brake hose clips box. Yes, score. So these are just little horseshoe dudes. I bought a whole bunch of them, probably like a 10-pack or something at Rock Auto. So that hose just goes into here-ish, get in there. And this little dude, you can't see it because I'm in the way, just taps down on. Helps if I face it the right way. Is that the right way? I think so. Brake hose action right there. And now I can just go ahead and run the line from the, can you see it? Now I just go ahead and run the line from the T on the front axle over here. It comes around the front of the leaf spring, plugs in the side of there, a 3/16 line. I jumped ahead just a little bit here. I just ran the brake lines real fast, made them out of nickel copper iron line in the pretty much factory location. Used all the factory clips, bent them around the up and the axle, hooked to the center block for the rubber hose and down. Pretty straightforward. I didn't think I needed to show it because it's just bending up brake lines and flaring them, which I've done a whole bunch of times in other builds. It's the next night. I'm out here. I got to show you something. Like I just showed you, I made the brake lines, and here's the problem though. I can't bleed the brakes in the master cylinder because there's no rear brakes hooked up. I forgot all about the rear end. The rear brakes are not rebuilt. So that's going to be a bigger chore, getting these rear drums all rebuilt. I got to put I have new hardware and stuff for them. But I do have a problem that I've got to fix that I talked about last year. If you were at the round for the start of the build, check this out. Check this thing out. It's pretty cool. Hold on. Got a Klein angle finder here. See that? It's pretty cool. So I'm going to stick it on here. Bam! What's that say? 7.98, so 8 degrees, and that's right, I set the rear end at 8 degrees. Problem is, look at the output shaft of the transfer case, 3.3 degrees. So now the problem is, drivetrains need to be equal and opposite angles. They need to be parallel with each other. So if I have 3 degrees, 3.2 degrees down on the transfer case, I need to have 3.2 degrees up on the rear end. And when I set it up, I tried to measure off the original pads. I welded those pads on, and then I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking about lifted trucks. I figured, it's lifted. It's got a 4-inch lift up in the air. Maybe need a little bit more pinion angle to get the drive shaft down. So I added like 3 or 4 degrees. So it ended up at 8. I set it up at 8, and that's what it's at. But as you can see, 3.3, I've got a 5-degree almost a 5-degree misalignment. So what I have to do is drop the pinion down to match this. But I bought this Klein digital angle finder. I was doing it with a magnetic protractor one, and this thing's a heck of a lot handier, and you can use it for other things. There's a whole lot of rear end stuff that's got to go on. I don't really want to put the brake lines on here until I get the rear end set up. So I guess I'm at a point where I need to fix the rear end pinion angle first and then put the brakes on. So long story short, not going to be able to bleed the brakes right now, but I might just in the back just loop the line, make a little line to loop and plug the hose off, and then I could bleed the master cylinder and stuff and get this all bolted up, get the front brakes going, or well, actually I could bleed brake fluid to the back, right to the rubber hose, and then just cap it and get most of the system in here. I could bleed the front brakes a little bit. So I'll probably work on that, get that going, get the master cylinder bled and mount it up on here. Then it can sit here with fluid in it, and I can check for leaks. But for now, that's it on the brakes. But in the meantime, I can just pick away at stuff. I think I might put the plug wires on and do a couple other things. I got to get some silicone and plug the extra holes in the intake, clean that up. I really got to get onto the engine, get the accessories, start pulling the whole front dress off the old LA360. And so I got a lot to do, but slowly coming together. Like off camera, I added the squirters for the windshield wipers. I put them back on and ran the wire to the transfer case. So I've been doing bits and pieces here. But I know this isn't real exciting right now. Like there's a whole bunch of mechanical crap that's got to go to put this back together. But I got to get this done, and then we can start working on putting the front clip on. Once I fix the rear end, I'm really getting excited about building a box for this. I got an idea. It's going to be super cool. I'm using my dump box out of my other truck and stuff, so we're going to work on that. But I'll probably finish the front of the truck first, come here, get the whole front clip on, and get all this wired up, get the radiator in it, get a fluid, probably put the gas tank in the back of the truck, or actually just hook up a jerry can, get the thing fired up, and functional that way. Then we'll build the box on the back last. But I really got to get this done. I called my glass guy. He's going to come in hopefully the end of this week. We're going to put the windshield in, put the back window in, so that'll be cool. Get the glass in it, kind of seal up the cab. So a lot of things are going on. I need a piece of cardboard with the list, like Freiberger and Dulcich of the list. I need to get a list going, but there's a lot that's got to go and happen here. And some of it's going to be off camera, some of it's going to be on camera. It'd be like 8,000 videos if I documented everything. What is that? So that's going to be it for this video. We're going to keep tinkering on this thing and making forward progress. I got to get this truck done. I got multiple other projects that are getting held up now, and it's been almost a year this thing's been apart. So I want to get it done and be able to use it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, do all the things. Ba-boom. All that. Leave a comment, leave a like. And we'll see you next time. Bam. Working on Dodge stuff here at the Quick Speed Shop.